I'm Melissa Whitmer. I am the creator of the Ultimate Athlete Project. If you are practicing social distancing or on lockdown or in quarantine, I want to provide you with some things that you can do to maintain some sense of normalcy and to help you get back into Ultimate safely and quickly as soon as you can when the time is right. So today we're going to talk about the feet a little bit. So if you are not moving around as much, you're in your home, you're working from home, you're not going out, your feet are going to be getting less exercise. Also, your feet are not going to be in cleats for a bit. And so we want to make sure that we're maintaining some foot strength and foot health while we can. This time, when you're not moving around as much, your routine may be altered, but it's also an opportunity to perhaps work on some things that you wouldn't otherwise work on. So let's focus on the opportunities and on maintaining healthy habits as we go into this difficult time. So first, I'm just going to show you a few exercises that you can do for your feet, and hopefully you can try them out today and in the coming weeks. So let's get started. Okay, so first we're going to loosen up our feet a bit with a lacrosse ball. All you're going to do is roll the bottoms of your feet, applying as much pressure as is comfortable. If I find any sort of tight spots, I like to flex and unflex my toes on that spot. And you can tell I'm a frisbee player because I've got a blue toenail, although that was when I wasn't wearing my Tokay cleats, which don't give me that problem. Okay, so just did a little bit of tissue work on the bottoms of my feet, and now I'm going to just flex and unflex my toes a little bit. Again, just warming up the feet a little bit. And then I might want to stretch out the tops of my feet just by applying gentle pressure to the top of my foot as I drag it forward a little bit. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I want to see if I can create some space between each of my toes. And then put my toes down on the floor or the yoga mat. And then I'm thinking about pressing into the ground with each of my 10 toes. We want to bring awareness to the bottoms of our feet, to the contact with the ground. So we've got contact with the ground with our heels and with each of our 5 toes on each foot. We want to think about evenly distributing the weight across all those points of contact. This is what my former yoga instructor called bringing some intelligence to the feet. Other things we can do to bring some intelligence and awareness to the feet are to play with our toes. So see if you can lift only the big toe while keeping the rest of your toes down on the ground. You could try pushing the big and the little toe on the outsides of your feet into the mat as you bring up the 3 middle toes. You can see if you can move only your second toe, the second from the big toe, while the other toes stay on the ground. These are some things that you can do to learn to separate your toes and develop those tiny muscles of the feet. Another exercise we can do for our feet and our toes is to stand on a small towel and then with your heels and the balls of your feet pushing into the ground, use your toes to gather the towel towards your feet. So this definitely will you'll feel this in your toes and maybe in your arches a bit, but again, we're basically activating all these muscles in our toes that might not get used when they're trapped inside cleats or when we're not walking around outside on unstable surfaces. All right, so yeah, that would be 1 repetition. You can try a few reps of that. See how it feels. Don't go overboard. You might be using some muscles you haven't used in a while. But yeah, I hope that using these exercises will help you to either keep your feet healthy or develop some additional foot strength while you're trapped inside.